being famous in general has been really haunting. I don't know why there's a need to like worship and then destroy, worship and then destroy. I was always a sensitive kid, but I had to wear armor to survive my childhood, and I had to wear armor to survive being famous. And so there's this energy of me of that, you know, that I don't give any fucks. And to some degree that's true in terms of I would never change anything about myself in order to get someone to like me. So in that way, I don't give any fucks. That doesn't mean that I don't get my feelings hurt, and that when I'm being bullied or dragged, that doesn't cause me to be mentally unwell sometimes, because it absolutely does and did. In 2009, the fame was so heightened. It was so intense. I was getting crucified in the press every day and on whatever the blogs were at that time. There was no social media, but like Perez Hilton and like Daily Mail,
Do you
whatever.
remember what they would like say about you?
The same exact things they say right now. You could swap the articles from this year with 2009 and 2010. It's the exact same thing. Being a slut, being a whore. Now I have kids for people to project on and be like, but you're a shitty mom. I didn't have that at the time, but it was just like, you're a shitty person. Plastic surgery, fake, talentless. It was always confusing to me because I never really did anything bad. I was never like associated with drugs or alcohol. I was never around until recently anyone who's been associated with drugs or alcohol. I was never caught at clubs. I was never arrested. I never did anything outside of having like a kind of Andy Kaufman-esque sense of humor, which people don't understand. That is my greatest crime. So it was very hard to understand in the beginning. And I'll be honest with you, it's hard to keep enduring it. I used to get chased by paparazzi who would be like, Megan, everybody's saying that you're overrated. Do you think that you're overrated? Megan, everybody's saying that you shouldn't have got your nose done. Nobody likes your new nose. Are you embarrassed that you got your nose done? Are you sad? Do you regret getting your nose done? Megan, why are you such a bitch? Why does nobody like you? Like grown men, right? Chasing you with, back then, this was like TMZ cameras. They don't talk to you like that anymore, but back then they did. You're in life getting bullied by actual grown adult men with cameras everywhere you go. Then there's like the online presence of just getting torn to shreds for everything that you do, everything that you wear, how you look, every single flaw, every pimple, every scar, every the 5 pounds you gain, 5 pounds you lose. That energy was peaking and it was every day. And during 2009, they had a blackout, a Megan Fox blackout, where the media all agreed to not post any content about me for a whole day, which by the way, I was like, I hope you do this every day.
Thank you.
But the attitude was that, oh, this is that I was a fame whore or an attention whore, which is the opposite of the truth. I'm extremely introverted and horrified by having to be in front of people or cameras. But it got so bad at that point, I was just like, hey, I can't survive the criticism and the bullying anymore. It started to become a witch hunt where I felt like tabloids would send photographers with the intention of getting a bad photograph. It may have been a little before, but it was in the years of when Britney shaved her head. And so the media at that time, they were on witch hunts and they would set out to try and find something negative, the ugliest picture they could get to splash it everywhere. That gets the most engagement, obviously, even back then. I actually can't sustain this amount of damage. It's not normal. And that's when I sort of stepped away for a decade. And I did all this work on myself spiritually and thought that I was transcending and growing and becoming a better person. And so when I got divorced and I started dating Coulson, inevitably I was sort of thrust back into the light, the synthetic light, not the real light. I thought that either it would be different, I would be attracting a different experience to myself this time because my level of consciousness was so much higher, or my ability to deal with it would be so much better at this point because I was a different person. And I have not found that to be the case at all. I'm struggling with it again. It feels like I was in a wormhole. Like I left 2009 and I'm like right back in where I left off. And there was no growth, which makes me feel defeated. It is wearing me down. I'll be honest. I am kind of getting to the end of my rope.